Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Welcome to Hump Day, Wednesday, Twin Flame Soulmate reading. We did not get to do this last week as I was away, so yes please, we are going to be doing yes please today, so you can comment beneath the video so that I could get around to taking a personal message for you from my handwritten love cards that you've all grown to know quite well. I think we should be updating. We should do an update at some point with the messages, so I should get round to doing that. I hope that you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me here. Today is the 6th of September, okay, and we're looking into this very special relationship, the person you are thinking about, the person you are waiting on, the person maybe that you have not met yet, but you're hoping, or maybe you feel their energy and that they could be close by in your near future. For those of you that are looking for someone in particular, or just expecting someone special to enter your life. So we will be looking into you and then them as well. It's the mirroring reading that we do, looking into where is this relationship, feelings, emotions, and how your person sees this relationship. What are they thinking? What's on their mind? What are they planning on doing? And the potential for the near future. Okay, so I'm using the Arcanum. Okay, the Arcanum Tarot. It is by Lo Scarabeo Torino. My Italian accent. Anyway, that's the deck I'm using. I haven't used it for a while. And for those of you that are on Patreon, thank you. Thank you for supporting this channel. We've done the half of the love readings for September. The other half will be done today. Tomorrow you'll be receiving those. So thank you. And those of you that are considering joining us on Patreon, we'd love to have you on board, because we do offer a lot there. I also, it's tier 3 that they get the extra perks, right, with the extra astrology analysis of transiting, retrograding planets, or just any important eclipses and things like that. So tier 3, I think, is the most, is the richest tier if you like the content that we create here. So thank you so much in advance. Let's take the Karma Dharma and see what's going on with this relationship, with your person, with a person, a special person. Okay, as you are tuning in, we're tuning in, concentrating on the one. So dear Spirit, what is going on? What is the Karma Dharma at this point, as Venus has now turned direct on the 4th, so a couple of days ago? And she's also conjoining with Juno, the asteroid of commitment and marriage. So really, really important, because Venus, in her forward momentum, as she's traveling over the degrees that she retrograded through, so from the 12th to the 28th degree of Leo, Juno is also conjoining, and they're coming together, they're kissing, and then they're forming a new seed. A brand new seed pertaining to love, right? Love, romance, values, self-worth, and possibly commitment. So commitments, are on the fore. And not only that, as I'm doing your reading here, we've got the conjunction of Mercury and the Sun. So very important. Mercury is going to be in the heart of the Sun. Is going to be energized, purified, cleansed, and will receive the aha moment as to communication, perception, as Mercury is retrograding onto the sun, right? The sun and Mercury, they're coming to meet, and that is happening now. So it's a good time to meditate. Well, it's happening in a couple of hours. So about an hour after I'm done with the reading. So as this is premiering, it's already happened. So I hope that you are aware, and that you've sort of had an aha moment, or you've done some meditating. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit, and my archangels, calling on Archangel Lophiel and Archangel Gabriel today. I don't know why. I just feel called to call on those archangels. Wow. Okay, well, this was the energy. We had Scorpio. We had Scorpio in our last messenger reading, if I'm not wrong. So a lot to do with Pluto. Scorpio, remember, is ruled by Mars and Pluto. And, it's... Pluto is on the coming new moon. So on the 15th, we've got a new moon. Today is actually the 6th, so in about 9 days, we've got a new moon in Virgo, a very positive new moon that's connecting well to Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus is connecting to Pluto. Right, so there's... the new moon is going to be connecting to Pluto as well. So we're going to have a grand Earth trine, which is going to be very prominent and very positive. So it does have to do with some sort of death, transformation, change, right? Now, some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, or there's been an ending. Remember, the death card means an ending. It could be a chapter. It could be a total ending. After a death comes a metamorphosis, a transformation, a possible new beginning. Now, remember, we're still traveling through the full moon in Pisces that we had on the 31st of August, which wasn't an easy full moon as Saturn was on it. So if whatever you've been hoping for, and, sending your intentions out to Spirit and wishing and hoping, even from March on that new moon in Pisces, it was end of February actually, which again had Saturn on it. Logically, the culmination should have happened, a 6-month period from a new moon in Pisces to a full moon in Pisces on the 31st of August. But Saturn was there again. So, Pisces can be a wish fulfillment. It is the divine. It is something very magical, but it can also speak to illusion, deception. But a full moon usually shows us what has been hidden. Now, Saturn may be sort of saying it's not time, just wait a little bit more. I do feel on this new moon in Virgo, because we've got beautiful, really good energies coming through, thankfully, finally, after so long. I do feel that we are going to have a lot that's going to start to roll and play out and be shown. Okay, as Venus has turned direct, Mercury will turn direct mid-month. Okay, and remember, Mercury is in its home sign of Virgo, so it is very powerful. It is about getting grounded. It is about the material side of things, but also, I'm going to say, something that was just in our imagination, in our perception, in our hopes, could be materializing, being realized. So, dear Spirit, please guide us to this important relationship. What's going on? What's going on early September? Remember, this reading may or may not resonate for all of you. It's a general reading. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting always. And your love in whichever way you show your love, through donations, through joining us on Patreon, through your loving words, loving words of inspiration and support always helps. Thank you so much. And we are connecting through the chat, so if there's something you'd like to talk to me about as I'm getting back to you with your yes please answers, I am in the chat as well. So let's connect. Let's see what's going on, dear Spirit. Thank you, Archangel Lophiel and Archangel Gabriel. Okay. Let's see what's going on with you. For you, where is this relationship standing for you? Ten of Swords. So there has been an ending, surely. Maybe you felt betrayed. It's as though you were waiting and you knew then that an ending is coming. It's as though you were willing to be there and accept a situation, and even sort of facing the music, knowing that whatever was going on, that there was an indication that there may have been an ending, a difficult ending. Ten of Swords, difficult card, but remember, it's always a restart. It's an ending to a cycle and a new beginning. Maybe you're willing to put an end to this relationship, maybe because of communication, a lack thereof, a lack of truth, a lack of even justice, I'm going to say. And I'm going to say also mind games, lies, some betrayal, some deception, even though it's like you're aware of everything. You're looking straight at the swords. You're looking straight at the betrayal. It's like you put this person to the test and they did not pass. Okay? Eight of Cups. So emotionally you checked out. And I personally feel that you probably put an ending to this. For many of you. And this is also very triggering. It's triggering you emotionally. It's like you've decided, okay, I have not found my bliss and my happiness, so I'm willing to walk away. So it's like you're putting your person to the test. It's like you're turning your back to them and saying, look, I'm off. And I see you as the Queen of Swords. I really do. Remember, the Ten of Swords turns into the Ace, and the Ace of Swords is what the Queen of Swords holds. So a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you're just coming through as very concise, very clear, and this is it. You know, I don't take no shit from no one. I'm not going to be betrayed. I know that you're stepping over boundaries. You are putting them to the test. That's what I see. It's like you're taking a risk, taking a gamble. And this is what Venus retrograde in Leo is all about. Leo is all about taking a risk pertaining to heart, matters of heart. Right? So let's take one more, and we've got the Star. And the Star card it's like you're emotionally checking out and saying, you know, this is what I'm wishing. This is what I'm hoping. Remember, the Star is something that's at a future timing, or possibly even physical distance, as the Star is usually something quite far. It's something that we're reaching for. And yes, being Aquarius, because it is a major arcana, very important. We've got a couple of fixed signs. So fixed signs do speak to not budging, being fixated on something. Now, yes, you may also be dealing with an Aquarius, or you may be just coming through as very intelligent, or you're looking for an intelligent way to hone in your person. Because I do feel here it's like make or break. It's like you took a gamble. But I've got a feeling, especially with the Star card, that there still is hope. And there's the potential is for a wish fulfillment, but it's not now. It could be in the Aquarius season, right? For some of you, this may have happened possibly in the month of August. It doesn't have to be. But what did I want to say with a Star? I just lost what I was going to say. Now, as this new moon is going to trine over to Uranus, the new moon in Virgo, which is Earth, and it's mutable Earth, and it's trining over to Uranus in fixed Taurus. Uranus will break down, will release, will break through on this new moon. So any fixated or stuck energies will be released, broken, smashed. There's some sort of a very ingenious change, sudden turn of events, aha moment that's coming as we are heading towards that new moon in Virgo. And remember, that's Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, so there is potential also around this new moon in Virgo for a wish fulfillment. And remember that this can also speak to social media communication, right? As Aquarius also rules the 11th house, the 11th natural house of the zodiac, which is the house of wishes and dreams. It's the lucky house. So let's look at your person. How are they seeing this relationship? We've got the moon, so they're very quiet, not being open about their thoughts, their perceptions. The moon can also speak to fears, but also subconscious. There's darkness, there's deception in the moon, distrust. They're very private. Your person is very private. We've got Cancer, Pisces here. Okay, so the moon is very personal. So this could be a person that is very sensitive and keeps their emotions to themselves, not someone that is very open. Could be someone that's a little bit deceptive as well. We've got the Eight of Swords, so there's a lot of fears for, where they're sharing their emotions are concerned. But how do they see it? They can't see. They feel blocked. There's fear here. And this is their perception of things, because they may also be thinking that you are hiding things, that you are not being on the up and up. And we see the moon here, and we see the moon there as well. Now remember that the moon is the yin energy. It's very recessive. It's very, very loving, very nurturing, but also very secretive. Now, for some of you, yes, this could be a secretive relationship. And I'm going to say also that they may also dream about you, but there's something that's holding them at bay with the Eight of Swords. Okay, so they're feeling blocked, they're feeling trapped for some reason. And we've got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant we know is Taurus, so we do have the fixed energies. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, so something very important could be playing out still, as we've still got one more eclipse on the axis, Taurus, Scorpio. We're having a full moon in Taurus. That's a lunar eclipse, and that's happening on the 28th of October, just before Halloween, and that's a full moon. So there's going to be some sort of a culmination. Remember that Taurus is all about values. It is a Venus-ruled sign. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Taurus. You could possibly also be dealing with someone that's very traditional, someone that's very religious, someone that's very close to the church, someone that's in another commitment, possibly, with a Hierophant. Or what I also get from the Hierophant is, how do they see, like, where is this relationship? It's like at a crossroads. Remember that the Hierophant is a 5. And because the Hierophant is a spiritual card, it is a card of wisdom and knowledge, and it's a teacher, it's a guru. So maybe your person is seeking advice from someone that's important in their life. Could be a victor, pastor, could be someone that they see and they get the advice from, right? Could be a spiritual person, could be someone from the church nevertheless, but how do they see this relationship? This is the marriage card. So if you are dealing with a possible Taurus, I mean, we've got Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. What we don't have here is Leo, which is the other fixed sign. If you are dealing with someone that's fixed, preferably a Taurus since it's on their side, then they're going through major changes, major awareness. So this new moon may sort of change things, bring huge changes, right? Remember, it's connecting with Pluto. So it may sort of flip a situation where there's been an ending, okay? Because this, if you are not dealing with someone that's married, then how they see this relationship is it's a divine connection, right? A divine marriage, even if you haven't signed on the paper. Yeah. So let's go to your feelings, your emotions. Your feelings and your emotions. The Chariot. The Ace of Wands. And the Strength card. There's the Leo energy. So some of you may have strong Leo. We've got Aquarius Leo, so a lot has been going on the axis Aquarius Leo. As you know, with Venus retrograding, so Aquarius is right opposite. So how do you feel about this relationship? You're hoping to overcome. You're hoping to win. You're hoping to overcome, transition and move from an ending. You may also emotionally hoping that you get over this because you see it as a fork in the road, because there's a lot of desire and a lot of passion here. Now, yes, there are trust issues, I'm going to say, and I feel as though maybe you're also hoping that you can overcome this obstacle and maybe even give your person the benefit of the doubt. You are desiring. You're desiring and you're wanting this relationship. There's a lot of passion and hope that you can move forward, but you're also being very patient with the Strength card. Yes, we do see fire. Yes, Leo is fire, wants to go, go, go. But remember that the Strength card is also, it's an energy of you're holding back on that raw sexual energy and you're trusting in your higher self. Okay, so we've got two major arcana cards here, and, you know, this is like go, go, go with the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. You're hoping for an opportunity here, obviously. And you see this relationship as a very challenging one as well, because, you know, the lion is what we desire. It's internally, you know, what we desire to manifest and to create, because Leo is about that. And I feel that sometimes you feel quite strong and quite powerful, but other times you feel quite doubtful, right? Because looking at the lion is leadership, okay? It's leadership. Now, even with the Hierophant, we've got leadership energies here. So I do see two strong personalities here that could be at odds. I get the view. I just viewed the Five of Wands. It's like a tug of war. It's like who's going to win. It's very competitive. And I feel that that's probably got to do with Mars energy. I don't know, with you and your person, if you're familiar with your chart and their chart, your Mars may be in competition. And what I mean by that is, you know, Mars is our desire, our passion, our drive. If you've got, let's say you may have your Mars and their Mars maybe on top of each other, right? And there's competitive energies. There's a lot of passion and desire. We do see that here on your side. We'll see with the other person, but your Mars could be squaring the other person's Mars where there's strong competition, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's look at your person. Six of Wands, there's the ego. There it is. There's the Leo energy. So we've got Leo energy on both sides. Now, Six of Wands, right? Successful, being recognized, being well known in their community. How are they feeling? I do feel there's a sense of vanity and ego, but also maybe they're not showing. I feel that they are hiding that they are not happy, right? Because the Six of Wands is right on the moon. And that's their secret emotions, logically, right? At times, maybe they felt quite successful and quite proud having you in their life, but I do feel this could also be a facade. We've got the Five of Cups, so that's their true emotions. They're mulling and they're sulking, okay? That's what's going on with them. And they're seeing this as over as well, because you could see that he's shattered here. He's focusing on the Three Cups that are empty, right? So something's obviously happened in the past that they are mulling over. And the King of Swords. So that would be Aquarius energy for me as well. Doesn't have to be, of course. Leo Aquarius is very strong here. Of course, doesn't have to be, could be any other sign, but they're feeling very cold and very detached. Maybe they're feeling that there's been an injustice against them. So they're putting on a brave front. You know, the King of Swords is usually someone who will communicate. And yes, this could be someone that's quite powerful, that holds a position of power. They're showing up as a king, right? And with the Six of Wands. So someone maybe, as I said, who does not open easily where their emotions are concerned. They come through as very, more about their thoughts, their perception. They hide their emotions. But they've been hurt in the past. There is no doubt about that. And it could be also connected to family or, the way that they were raised. Okay? So, I'm wondering also, because this, the Hierophant does speak to family and tradition and marriage, and we've got a King of Swords, which could also be someone who wears a uniform or someone who's in the legal field. Now, yes, you could be, your person could be in the medical field, in the legal field, someone who's very intelligent, someone who uses their mind, right, in what they do daily. But this could also be possible legalities if your person was in another connection. And that's why this was a secretive connection, possibly. Yeah? So you're coming through, I'm going to say possibly as quite powerful. It's like you're, ready to go. It's like you threw the ball in their court and sort of tested them. But I feel that you're still open and you're still waiting, but you're sort of on the ready, set, go once they communicate. Because I feel here that there's been an ending and there's no communication, right? Okay. Let's see, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? How are you thinking? What's on your mind? Knight of Cups. You're thinking of an offer, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You're thinking possibly that this person, where their emotions are concerned, they're coming through as a knight, right? They're coming through as a knight. Maybe they've been hurt before. Remember that they changed their mind. Maybe they've offered you something in the past and they've taken it back. This knight is 2 steps back, 1 step forward, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back, I should say. So in the love department, this person is showing up as a knight. just very protective, right? So this is what you're thinking. This is what's on your mind. Now, I don't take reversals here, so we'll see, because this is what you are, what's on your mind. Maybe you're hoping that they come through with, an offer, even if they're not showing up as a king. I don't think that this is you ready to offer your cup. Let's see. We've got the sun. There's the Leo energy. As I said, we've got all the fixed signs here. What's on your mind is happiness, true love, innocence, reconciliation. This is what you're hoping for. This is what you're waiting on. Maybe you are hoping in the Leo season, or with a Venus retrograde, and as she's going to turn direct, that there may be potential for reconciliation, that there will be happiness, that there will be clarity, right? That the sun will come through and bring that brightness, bring the happiness, or that your person will be willing to take a risk on this relationship and come through and be more open, more clear, and not so dark or hidden or fear-based, And we've got the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a dilemma. It is that you're going with what your heart is telling you, right? Two of Swords, a difficult card, because there's a dilemma. Some of you sometimes are thinking, you may be thinking, should I take the first step? And then it's sort of going backwards. So I feel that this is what your dilemma is. Now, I'm also wondering, because the Two of Swords could also be a choice. And I'm wondering also, because, the Ten of Swords could also be maybe some of you were, you're coming from some sort of another ending, another relationship. Okay, there is a possibility for that as well. But this is only a few of you, I would say. But, sometimes, because with the Ten of Swords, okay, we're talking about this relationship, but I feel that some of you have been on your own. Maybe this is a relationship that's been, very difficult. It could be a second relationship. Some of you may be separated, okay? So the dilemma here could be, have I done the right thing? Do I keep moving forward and still wait on this relationship, or do I return back to the past? When I say the past, it could be if you're in separation mode from a past commitment. Some of you may also have not gotten an actual divorce, and you're just separated, and maybe this is a new person. Because relationships are on the fore. There's a lot of relationships that are leaving us, new relationships forming, obviously. But there is a dilemma that, you're up against here. Let's look at what they are thinking and what's on their mind. They're thinking of this heartbreak. They've been heartbroken of this ending, right? Of a disappointment. And I'm wondering, they may have broken your heart as well. If they broke up with you, then they may also be thinking, and what's on their mind, I feel that there may be regrets. Okay? Or maybe that they are regretting not having passed the test, or not having answered correctly, because I do feel that you put them to the test. Let's see what else. We've got the Two of Wands. So they've got a 2 as well, and you've got a 2 as well. 2s are all about choices. They're all about balance. They could also be about segregation and separation. But you see that they hold the Ace of Wands as well. They've turned their back on a past Ace of Wands which has fizzled out, something that they desired in the past. Right? This could be another relationship, or it just could be like another chapter. It's like a portal that opens up for them. And remember that this is, you know, the Two of Wands is like someone that's ready to take the next step, ready to take that journey, right, into the unknown. And we've got the Ace of Wands on your side here as well. And they come through as a Page of Cups. So what they're thinking is maybe this could be an apology, or remember that fire is inspiration, it's creation, it's desire. And what I get with the Two of Wands is like they're hoping for a second chance. That's what I'm getting. And that's why your person is coming through as a Page of Cups. They're going to come through unexpectedly. This is Pisces energy. They're going to come through unexpectedly when you least expect them. Now, this could also be someone who's going through possible separation or divorce. Maybe someone who's picking up their pieces. You know, they're Three of Swords. Threes can also speak to, yes, third parties here. And the Page of Cups could also be a child. So if this person is possibly going through a separation or a divorce because maybe the past has fizzled out, they had a desire for something else, now this is what they're on the dock ready to move towards. And it does resonate with you. You've got the Ace of Wands here. So they may be coming through as quite playful or just when you least expect them. Remember, Scorpio is very dark. It's hidden. It's strong, a strong sexual bond, an intimate bond. Maybe sometimes because Scorpio is very secretive, it's you're in or out. You're either with me or you're not. That's what Scorpio is all about. And of course, it's very hidden, and it's there's doubts, and there's secrecy, and it's a life-changing relationship that you're in. Obviously, the Death card, right, Scorpio, of huge metamorphosis within your lives, where this relationship is concerned. Okay, I'm going to pause on this for a moment. We've got the Seven of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords. Remember what I was talking about? That you put them to the test? That you knew all along? That they were hidden? That they were being very strategic, not on the up and up, not telling you everything and all the truth? But it's interesting that they're showing up as the King of Swords. You're showing up as the Queen of Swords. Now remember, the reading is not gender specific, so this is what I was talking about. It's like, you know, caught out in the act. I could see straight through you. Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, on the last leg. She's been through a lot, right? And she also is someone that wants the truth, yeah? Seven of Pentacles, lots of time, going through a difficult turn of events. 7 years for some of you. Just a moment. Sorry about that interruption. Had to take a very important call from my mother. Yes, so I want to take some oracle cards now, so that's why I paused where the next stage is action and doing, what you're willing to do or planning to do, okay, and what they're planning on doing moving forward. So let's take the Mystic Moon oracles for a moment and see what's going on with you and then with them. And I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and for your donations. Thank you so much for joining us on Patreon. Thank you for all that you do. And yes, please, you can comment beneath the video, not in the comments section, not in the chat section, in the comments section beneath this video with a yes please, so I could take a personal message for you. And remember, these personal messages may also be your thoughts okay? Not only the person that you're thinking about. So let's see emotionally where you are. Now, is this a karmic relationship? Is this a twin flame? Is this a soulmate connection? Right? I do offer on my website, I offer a Venus star point reading, which through your birth dates, we don't need a birth time or a birthplace. All I need is your birthday and their birthday, and I can tell you through a Venus star point reading more than likely who this person is in your life. So what type of a relationship is it? Is it a twin flame? Possibly, is it a karmic? Or is it a soulmate, someone who comes in to your life to help you move forward? Someone there to help you. Someone there that's meant to be there to help you on your path moving forward. Right? Whereas the twin flame, as we know, this is your other half. If it's a karmic relationships are filled with challenges and full of lessons. And it's like one person gives to the other more, right? So karmic means there's something owed. So one person owes to the other, but usually in a karmic relationship, it's one person giving more to the other. So we can look at this. If you're interested, divinedebut11.net is the website, and Venus Star Point reading is what you're after if you want to know what type of a relationship is this. Okay, so let's look at you, your emotions, your subconscious, your psyche. We're looking into your emotions, your psyche pertaining to your person. We've got the mask. So you're not totally open as well, totally truthful, maybe because of fear of scaring them away, because I do feel that there's great love on your side, right? So some of you may have strong Pisces in your chart. You may be a Pisces, or you've got a couple of planets in the sign of Pisces. The mask, that's what it speaks to, the Piscean energy. Healing and observer. Okay, so I truly feel that you're not on the up and up as well, and I'm wondering if maybe you may also be holding back on information about what you've been through in your past. So maybe you haven't shared fully on what sort of wounding and what sort of a past you've had, maybe in another relationship, or you need to also heal those doubts, you know, sort of learn to be more open and more vulnerable. And I'm going to say also deception and lies is sort of like your Achilles heel. It's like that's where you draw the line and that's where you put a full stop. This is also possibly something that you're working on, maybe trying to understand the other person and why they weren't totally on the up and up. But with the observer, which is like someone checking another person's social media out, this is also something that you may be up to. Okay, so maybe you feel as though through messaging, if you are connecting with this person through social media, obviously you're not going to show all your cards. And that's why you fear that obviously there's deception from your person. But we also see the Seven of Swords, and you know, sometimes the relationship may be mirroring where there is secrecy on both sides. But I feel that there's been more on your person's side. Let's see. Let's look into their psyche. They're going through a dark night of the soul. That's interesting. Very scorpionic energy. Summer. So maybe they have their dark moments and then their happy moments, or this is a facade as well from their side, pretending to be happy when they're truly going through a dark night of the soul. Now, because the summer cards, it does bring up Leo energy, maybe this is when their metamorphosis pertaining to love is going to change with Venus retrograding in Leo. And they're going through a release. So they've got strong Plutonian energies, strong Scorpio and Leo energies. So yes, maybe they've been going through a dark night of the soul themselves, and they're coming into the light. They're releasing all the shadows, the fears, anything subconscious that they've been holding on to from the past. And again, as I said, it could also be a marriage that they are leaving behind with a release card. I want to take one more for you on this observer. Wow, you've got return. And what are they releasing? Yeah, you may be checking them out on social media and hoping that they will return. Remember, with retrogrades, we do have returns. It's like you're maybe even thinking at a dilemma, thinking whether you should send out a message and give them hope that there is an open door for them to return. But remember, they've come through as the Page of Cups. So maybe you've sort of closed them off, but you're still keeping the door slightly open subconsciously. You know what I mean? And they're releasing cycles, difficult Saturnian cycles that they've been through, hardships, blockages. Okay, so again, for me, this is like a seven year, for some of you, it could be 7 months challenging cycle that they've been through. And again, they haven't been communicating that with you. They've got the moon very strongly, and the moon does speak to what's going on maybe in their personal life as well. And there's lots of fears connected to maybe even understanding that you could be connected through family. And what I mean by that, you come from the same tribe. Maybe the divine masculine had hardship in understanding that, fearing that you are part of their tribe. Maybe because, you know, many times there are circumstances where the timing is off, or there's great social differences, or even physical distance, but religion, all these differences which make it difficult. And therefore there's fear on their side that maybe they mistreated you, or maybe they did not recognize you as you know, part of their tribe, as someone that was very important in their life. What's beneath that? And we've got solitude. So even if there has been marriage, either on your side or their side, could be on both sides, that someone is in another relationship, but they're in solitude, right? Solitude is like the hermit, when someone goes within to see the light. And there are regrets from the divine masculine. Looks like the divine masculine has got regrets, and the divine feminine has gone within, okay, is feeling very lonely. Okay. Let's take the romance angels and see what's going on. Dear Spirit, potentially what's going on with this relationship? What kind of a relationship is it? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So with the it is safe for you to love, it does speak to fears. Someone not having an open heart. Maybe with loving yourself first, maybe someone did not love themselves first, I feel here. Or maybe someone did, and that was another issue here, where someone was not open to love the other person equally. But there is playfulness, and there is a sense of flirtation and fun when things were good. Okay, but it says add more playfulness, take a risk to recapture romance. Bring play to the table, lighten up the energies. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And this is my Archangel Michael card. It does speak to a soulmate, of course. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there's a decision. And forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So you see that there is a necessity for forgiveness. Something has happened here. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. And I get the codependency as cycles. Just like with the cycles here, the repetition, which is a very karmic sort of a chapter, falling into the same situation again and again. But codependency is like very similar to the devil energy. So dealing with some karma, needing to release some karma, letting go and not fearing, seeing things through a different lens. Seeing your person, even though they come possibly from a different part of the world, or they had other religious beliefs, that this doesn't have to be a factor to bring in blockages, right? Being more open-minded. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. New love we've got here. We've got new love, but we've got codependency straight after it. So I don't know how far back in the past this goes for you. Right, so it's like a new love chapter has been blocked because of beliefs. Honeymoon, good times in the past, but then blockages, karma, blocking this relationship, let's say. Let's put these away and let's take, I want to take a Black Moon Astrology card to see astrologically how your relationship is affected at this time. And we will continue. What is affecting this relationship? Virgo and I analyze. We've got 3 cards. Virgo and I analyze, and it is the Virgo season, being too analytical, getting grounded, being very discerning, maybe even finger pointing, perfectionism comes in. We've got moon and soul, and also part of fortune and increase, which is like a wheel of fortune here. So some sort of increase pertaining to a soul connection, right? The moon does speak to the soul. It can also speak to a secretive connection. Now, the part of fortune being like the wheel of fortune, it's like change. There's a fated change moving towards increase and more luck, maybe in the Virgo season. Virgo is all about the details, perfectionism, but the moon is more about the depths, right? Virgo is more practical, more daily, more in the physical realm, whereas the moon is more about going deeper. So I do feel that, and Virgo comes through very strongly, Cancer and Pisces, but also Sagittarius comes through. Okay. Part of fortune, which is like the wheel of fortune, brings that wheel of fortune, which is divine timing. Sometimes it can speak to an ending or a change, a turn of events, right? An ending to a certain chapter. And Virgo is all about service. It's all about practical matters, putting in an extra effort where emotional situations are concerned, or maybe also having the details pertaining to things that were hidden, which is the moon. And I love that we've got increase and part of fortune here. We've got a 9, a 2, and another 9. So that's 20, which breaks down to a 2. And 20 is also the judgment card. Could speak to second chances, an opportunity for a resurrection, a moment of crisis. Let's continue. Let's put these cards up here. And take more cards here. So we are now looking at the action and what you're planning on doing, what you're strategizing with, what steps you're going to take nevertheless, moving forward. There's the 5 of Wands, which I imagined earlier, that tug of war. And I feel that, I don't know, I get a truce. It's like you're putting your weapons down, you're waving a white flag, I get, with this card. There's the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, because the Ace of Pentacles is something long-term, it's something promised. We see a path opening up. There's an opportunity for something long-term, something that comes from spirit. Remember, aces are all about spirit. And we've got the Devil. Goodness me. Now, the Devil can speak to fears, of course, and blockages and limitations and all that, but it also speaks to maturity, being grounded. It is the Capricorn energy. And I feel here, because you've got the Two of Swords, which is a dilemma, or maybe even some sort of an adjustment that you're needing to make. I feel that you're ready to put in more effort, being more mature, being open. Understanding, maybe even putting yourself in your person's position, because the Devil can speak to heavy responsibilities. And I do feel here, your person, I do feel that they've got responsibilities that they're dealing with here, right? Because with the Six of Wands and the King of Swords and even the Hierophant, it does speak to someone that's in a position of power in their life. Someone who may be at the top of their game, or someone that leads the tribe or the family, or, you know, it doesn't have to be the family that they've created themselves. It could be someone who is in a position of power pertaining to their people, their tribe, right? Let's see the other person, your person. What are they? What action and what are they going to be doing? Knight of Pentacles, which is slow, again, strategic movement forward. Someone, you know, they're looking at the details, they're planning, and they know where they're heading. Right? That's what the Knight of Pentacles is. 10 of Wands, even if it is going to be a very heavy burden, I feel here that they're willing to put in the effort and do the work, be quite strategic to release a heavy burden, or to bring in a brand new beginning. Remember the 10 of Wands, which is heaviness. They're coming to the end of some sort of heaviness, and possibly to a brand new beginning, which the 10 of Wands turns into the Ace. And the 5 of Swords, they're willing to fight for this relationship. They're also, because remember how I said they're showing up as the King of Swords, so maybe they're very intelligent. They've got the upper hand, where the gift of the gab, the intelligence, the bright ideas, the the maverick, thinking up something really smart and possibly finding a way to come back into your life and sort of put in the effort, put in a big effort, I feel here. Right? I want to take, because we do end up with two difficult cards here, but I want to see what the near future is, and then I will take on the devil and on the Five of Swords. So what does the near future show? I'm going to take 3 cards. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Magician, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. So a lot of earth, a lot of magic, potential, lots of communication, because the Magician, of course, the Magician is Gemini and Virgo. The Magician is an ace. Now, Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, all about creation, all about something stable, long-term. She's going to nurture, she's going to love, she's going to do the work pertaining to this relationship. Right? It's like she's giving birth to the Page of Pentacles, which could be childlike energies, but also studying towards the future, studying something stable long-term. And I do feel that there's strong earth on your side as well. You hold the Ace of Pentacles, which the Queen holds. So I feel as though you've got the ability to, through overcoming fear as well, or just being more mature, taking a position even of leadership, I'm going to say as well, but not in the sense of being competitive. More so, let's work together than work against each other, I'm going to say here. Because the Magician holds all the tools to make the magic. And as Mercury is going to turn direct, right? As the stars align and Mercury brings in magic, there's an ace here. Okay? Now, this could speak to good communication. Of course, the Magician could be trickery as well. But with the earth element here, it's more about actuality, and what you see is what you get. There's no trickery in earth. It's about being grounded, being real, and being truthful. Now, because this is also Gemini, it's about a decision that's made. And remember that the Magician and the Gemini is the twins. It's two people that mirror each other. And there's a Tower moment, a big aha moment, right? This is Uranus energy. And the Tower moment shows the Queen of Cups. 7 of Cups, many doors opening. Queen of Cups, loving, nurturing, creating the magic, or where emotional situations, heart matters are concerned, there's a Tower moment. There's a huge awakening and a huge shift. Now, I am going to take the La Vera Sibilla. I want to see what the devil is here. We have the Militare. And the Militare is, it's strategy, it's the soldier, there's secrecy here, there's heaviness surely, but he's on a secret mission. And he is willing to climb to the top of that mountain. So what I see with the devil here, and you know, the devil can also speak to secret love affairs, but can also speak to a very strong sexual passion and desire. I feel that you may be using your power where desire is concerned, and sort of reeling your person in. It's like you're willing to do whatever it takes, right? Because Capricorn is something long-term, and it's at a mature age, whether it's a mature age or just maturity in general. We've got the 2 of Cups, which is the house. It's like you're willing to put in the work, even though there's been an ending, you've been stabbed in the back, you're willing to continue. And remember, even if you've exhausted, you feel exhausted emotionally, physically, Remember, it's faith that helps that mountain goat climb to the top of the mountain, because the prize is the Two of Cups. It's the home. It's this relationship here. And we've got the sacerdote. Sacerdote being marriage, being commitment. Now, the sacerdote, of course, is Taurus. And Taurus is all about self-worth and value. It's about resourcefulness. It's about self-worth. But of course, sacerdote is the marriage card. Now, we do see the sacerdote holding up his cape. There's something that's being withheld pertaining to information. Could be secrecy where commitments are concerned, or you're not telling people what your goals are. Let's say you're holding back on information. But this could also, because it is a number 13, which again brings Scorpio energy. And Scorpio again is secrecy. Remember that there may also be things that are hidden that will come to the enlightenment of others, of your family, of the people surrounding you. I feel that you're still keeping your cards close to your chest, not opening up all your cards pertaining to what you are working towards. And I feel that it will be a different story after the eclipses. Now, the eclipses are already starting to play out. So remember, we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Taurus. Opposite is Scorpio, so we're going to have a lot of Plutonian energies. Remember that Taurus is ruled by Venus and Scorpio is Mars and Pluto. So, you know, being at odds, Pluto in opposition to Venus, a powerful, transformative love connection. Venus in opposition to Mars, like a tug of war, like a competitive, powerful, competitive, opposing energies. But the thing is to find the middle ground. And you know, when there's more competitive, it's something that's harder to accomplish and therefore becomes something much more precious. Anything that is hard to achieve is more tantalizing, more alluring, right? Let's see what the Five of Swords speaks to for them. We've got the Ten of Cups and Constanza. It's like they're willing to fight for this. The Ten of Cups is bliss. But the Five of Swords could also be that they're still dealing with issues pertaining to the past, possible separation or divorce, third parties, because Ten of Cups can also speak to the ending of a chapter, you know, in relation to a family, right? But this could also say that there's something that's unchanging. They're gonna fight. They're willing to fight for their happiness, for this happiness. Now, we've got jealousy and third parties. Now, if they're feeling jealous, there may be someone on your side. And it's the Eight of Swords, which they've got up here as well. So you see, again, with how they see this relationship, they also may have doubts pertaining to what's going on with you. And we've got Amore and the Four of Cups, hoping for a second chance. Cupid's arrow is very poisonous. So they could have internal conflict about not being able to separate themselves or to leave this relationship. There's like a strong magnetic pull here. That is for certain. And remember that Amore was the love child of Venus and Mars. So for many of you, this could be a secret love affair, or it's just a relationship that's meant to be. Now, what I'm going to do, we've got La Matrice and something that's precious. This is like the Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. She holds something very precious in her hand. She's the sweetheart. She's hoping for this important relationship, or she's hoping maybe for a gift or some sort of news that's going to be very precious. She's been holding on, the divine feminine, and waiting for that. I said I was going to do something. So what am I going to do? I would like to take a few more of the Mystic Moon oracles, asking Spirit what kind of a relationship this is, okay? Because we don't know from what we've taken, from the cards we've taken. So, dear Spirit, what type of a relationship is this? Potentially, and remember, this is a general reading. It may not be for all of you. What type of a relationship is this? What type of a connection is this? Okay, we've got regrets. This showed up before. We've got balancing the scales, which speaks to Libra, obviously. So maybe justice. A relationship that's come in to help you find your balance where love connection is concerned. A relationship that's come into your life to bring you guidance, to help you open up and understand that there's more to life than just the mundane. A relationship that's helped you open up spiritually and you know, understand that there's more to you than what you knew about, or more to even relationships. This is like a guiding light, okay? We've got fresh start, okay? We've got destruction. So this is a rude awakening as well. We've got communication. It's like telepathy and some sort of an awareness that when you see signs and synchronicities, it's your person communicating with you, right? Now, this could also be a relationship that's brought destruction or a massive shift in your life. Because some of you may have been in a relationship and spent time in a relationship which you regret about, but this has opened up your eyes. So possibility for fresh start, starting all over again, building on something, you know, after something has shifted and changed, but it's made you be more aware, and you're going through an ascension process. Karma has been received. Solitude is, I've seen the light. I've learned to be able to stand on my own. I've grown whole as a person and don't need relationship just to feel whole. Tribe, this is you understanding that this relationship is very connected to you and from past lifetimes, more than likely. Muse is, the Muse card also can speak to the ability to create. You've got the materials, you've got the connection to spirit and the divine. You understand that this is a spiritually inclined relationship, even though it may there may have been times of deception and secrecy, right? Yes, it's brought a sense of freedom to your life, and possibly also an understanding that two people can be together but can also feel that they are free within the relationship, and that's incredible, right? That is totally incredible. We've got fall, we've got refocus, surrender, and purge. So anything that was dark and spooky and difficult, we needed to refocus, we needed to get grounded, we needed also to surrender and stop trying to control the other person, right? And gone through a massive metamorphosis. And we've got the divine feminine. This is like being very in tune. Look at that. There is the devil. So karma comes through greatly for me. Now the answer is yes. We do have nostalgia, which is a soulmate connection. We've got the answer is yes, but we've also got blockages because of some lessons that still need to be learned, right? Or maybe it's the timing. But, you know, after the darkness comes the light and the enlightenment, I'm going to say. And this also says that two people are brought together, not only physically, through sexuality, feeling very passionate and drawn to each other, needing to come together and join physically, right? Needing to be together to become one. But also there's nostalgia, so there's a sense of familiarity that you've known this person before, yeah? And also the connection to this relationship may also, through fire, remember, fire burns, extinguishes, gets rid of any fears or any blockages or even any form of control, being in another controlling relationship or thinking that you can control the other person, right? So the divine feminine, we've all got the divine feminine within us. So what I get from this is that your person has come into your life and you've come into their life for these lessons to make us better people. As we've been going through an ascension process here, no doubt. And different stages, right? Different stages. All right, let's take a message. Let's take an advice card. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting always, my dear friends. Sometimes people that bring us lessons and hardships are there to make us to become stronger. So there's always a reason why someone is in our life. Now, indecision. Number 8. So this is the stage we're at. Number 8, there's still indecision. This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. So there's still indecision on their part and on your part. Because you had the 2 of Swords, remember? And I feel that you're more decisive than what your person is. I do feel that this Tower moment is going to help us make the decision. If we cannot make the decision on our own, the decision through Uranus is going to be made for us. Remember Uranus, Pluto, Uranus in Taurus, Pluto in Capricorn, and the new moon in Virgo. It's all about being grounded, right? Uranus is the change. It's the aha moment. Pluto, connecting well to Pluto, which is a metamorphosis, but there's a death process. And remember that Virgo is all about acts of service, right? And Virgo is also, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, Virgo can be indecisive as well. Okay. Remember that the new moon in Virgo is opposite Pisces. Pisces is unconditional, sacrificing, love. Virgo is all about the details and analyzing, sometimes over-analyzing. I think that on this new moon, we should not over-analyze and not get stuck on the details, because Mercury at this point right now is being Super Saiyan. He's being energized, he's being purified, he's receiving the news from the king, which is the sun. He's receiving his orders. He knows what he needs to do. We know what we need to do to follow our heart. What's going on potentially, Spirit, with this love connection? We've got a wealthy man, number 13, Scorpio comes through again. Could be a wealthy man where the pocket, the bank is concerned, or it could be someone that has a wealth of emotions. We've got bad health. This could be bad psychological health. Doesn't have to be physical health. And we've got a journey. So there's doubt pertaining to this wealthy man. This wealthy man may also fear and doubt this positive and wealthy journey, because this is an abundant journey, right? There could also be physical distance between the two of you. Again, you come from different beliefs, different part of the world. We've got expectation. The divine feminine is waiting on her divine masculine. She's been waiting and she's very frustrated, possibly. Now, this wealthy man could also have some family member that's not well at this time. So maybe a possible trip, planning of a trip may take a little bit longer. We've got the privileged lady, which speaks to privileges, right? Someone that is honored and desired and wealthy as well. And we've got occupation. So work that needs to be done. And because we've got two females here, two divine feminine, I believe, and I see the Six of Pentacles, where this privileged lady could be someone that was connected to this wealthy man, because she's privileged. She's like in the Garden of Eden. And maybe that's what's going on here. This could be something to do with work as well. It could be the wealthy man working with this privileged lady, someone who's put on a pedestal, someone who's in the right place, who was in the right place at the right time, possibly. Or if this is not the case, because I do feel that if you are the divine feminine that's expecting your divine masculine, then there's something connected to work, or still some work needs to be done here. On the other hand, it looks like what the divine feminine is expecting is privileges. And she may be receiving those because she's put in a lot of effort. But we've also got the dream. The dream is here. The distant horizons. The ship of your dreams. What you've imagined, what you've hoped for is showing up on the horizon. But it's coming from a distance. For some of you, it may take a little bit longer than others. There is a gift here. Remember how I said that she's expecting a gift? The sweetheart here. And she's waited forever. It could be a visit, because we've got the Vecchia Signora here. Or a decision. It's the Two of Swords. A decision from her divine masculine. There were trust issues, and the domestic is not a character that I like. So that's probably why there's been a breakup, an ending, a death. But I do feel that there is great potential here for change, surely. And I feel that, yes, you have thrown the ball in their court. It's up to them to act, right? And I feel that they will be doing that as they're releasing fears, they're releasing things that have been blocking them. Okay, and if they haven't been able to do the work, they're being helped by the Tower. The Tower is Uranus, my dear friends, remember? Sorry about the camera. So yes, this is an aha moment. We've got lots of blessings and lots of potential. Let's get finishing with this. It's quite a long reading. Let's see what's potentially going on. We've got the Dragonfly. Be light-hearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Remember, the Dragonfly is very Plutonian, right? And it is of great luck. Wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting, promise. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Now, this may also have happened from a union or a wedding. Don't worry about the order that they've come out in. We've got addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, and restraint. Keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making you memories. And passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally and having fun. Date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, planning or setting a date. And I do feel that this is the potential here for many of you. Okay, as the occupation card also says, that someone is willing to put in the effort, willing to do the work. Let's take some handwritten love messages. Wow. Okay, remember the Black Moon astrology cards. The part of fortune and increase, so a change of luck pertaining to emotions, to relationships, and Virgo could be the Virgo season, and someone maybe not overanalyzing anymore. Virgo can also bring us a lot of details, right? As Virgo has got the ability to look at the small details. I have so much on my plate. I don't know if I can offer you anything. I have been through a lot. I can't get over you. 8 of Swords. Please, Spirit, guide us. Messages from our person. After you left me, my world stopped. Please come back. I want you with me. I want you to be mine. I can't live without you. I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. Our love affair still haunts me. Remember that if you've received these messages personally, then there's something important in this reading for you. You can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. We are from such different worlds, but I'm willing to work on this union. Let's see where this will take us. Wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. I have loved you from the moment I met you, but the problems in my life don't allow me to follow my heart right now. It won't be fair on you either. And lastly, I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. And that's the 7 of Swords, which we had, right? So there has been infidelity for some of you here, unfortunately, or a third party, or just the lies and the deception. There are regrets about not being truthful, yeah? And it's as though your person is telling you they did not do this on purpose. They didn't mean to do this. Maybe it was part of some strategy, okay? So I think that we're done, everyone. Wow, what a long reading. I want to thank you so much for all that you do for this channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and even your donations, and even, letting me read for you. As I said, if you're wanting to know what kind of a relationship you're in, who is this person for you? Are they a twin flame? Are they a karmic? Or are they a soulmate? Think about purchasing a VSP, Venus Star Point reading, which I do offer on my channel, on my website, my dear friends. So I will leave it at that. I will catch up with you soon. Remember, my dear patrons, the water signs and the earth sign readings will be up today, tomorrow. So that will be your September love readings. Much love to all of you. And those of you that are asking, so I don't have to answer each and every one of you, about Eros. Eros has not shown up yet. I'm hoping that Venus turning direct will bring him back to us. I actually saw him in my dream the other day. This is the second time. And I saw him not in a very good condition. First time I saw him, I saw that he was closed up in a room somewhere. Second time I saw that he wasn't too well. So it's as though he's been locked away somewhere and he's being mistreated, or they're not looking after him well. But I'm still keeping that candle burning and that hope open that he's still going to return to us. And oh my God, we miss him like crazy. He was one of a kind. He was a gentleman. And I don't think we're going to stop hoping unless we find him, So still wishing that he will return. And thank you for your prayers for his return, to all of you. And I will leave you on that note. Eros and little Amore is here. Let's hope that Eros returns. Eros, please come back. See you all later. Love and light, darlings.